It's still saying the destinations. They not working? Oh, it's gone. Okay, sis. I think we're ready to get started.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are back at it again. We are your soul sisters speaking out and fixing
And
crowns
fixing
in the
crowns
process.
in the process.
Welcome to our first live Circle of Sister Table Talk podcast, also streaming from the sanctuary. This is our
Ashe.
first live. So come on in the room. Come on in the room.
Come in the room. And now, for those of you who are tapping in from the sanctuary, when you sign in, you have the option to join the circle with us. You could actually come on here, be shown, or either have your voice or your questions asked and answered. So, for those of you in the sanctuary who are tapping in, or if you see that link on whatever social platform you are following us on, if you click the link, you can join us in the studio and be a part of the conversation tonight. We switching things up because we're going
Yes,
into a
we
new
are.
galactic year soon. Ashe.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this upcoming year. First, let's start with how we intended this past weekend with our silence, stillness, and harmony retreat. How did that impact you? And how did it impact me?
Ooh.
That's what we can share as we come into this new galactic year. Okay.
Woo, you starting off rough, pulling on the heartstrings. You know, this honestly, I can honestly say this past weekend was amazing. It allowed me um to really see myself outside of myself, to really confront, the issues that I still have and am still working on. Um and really just go in, which was what the intention was. And so for that, I am grateful. I am grateful. Part of my ego was bruised, y'all. I expected my community, my sisters to, come show up and show out so that we could maintain our luxury accommodations. We could really do the thing, as I had planned, especially, with it being my city. My city, we've done retreats and they've been other places, and they've been really successful. And so, that was a little bit of a sting and a damper on the spirit, but it was exactly what was needed. And so as I'm learning not to force and to flow, which was the weekend's message. And I actually got my spread out here, y'all, because this message that was for me was not just for me. It was definitely for anybody who is going uphill, feel like they fighting an uphill battle, like they're climbing a mountain right now. And don't, know what to do, know where to go. Like the message that came through for me this weekend, I know is a message I wanted to share. I haven't gotten a chance to share it. So, during the course of this call, I'll tap in and tell y'all what part of the message is said, because I still got these cards right here to show y'all. And then if, possibly if somebody else, want to come in and add something, that if we have time at the end, then maybe we can answer some questions for some of the audience members. Ashe?
Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, this
How did
was
you look? What was your thoughts on this weekend? That I'm
this
curious
weekend
about.
for me was a lot of reflection and a lot of allowing. My focus was truly to be silent and to be still. And you know, for me, that is a very hard pill to swallow because my mouth just goes, right? So, in that space, I was really zooming out and just trying to be a part, but not. And just be an observer. So that was really different for me, but it really did give me time to really go into me and say, okay, what is next in my journey and how does it look? And this is part of it. So I got some real true clarity. I love the opportunity to go to the spa. I love the opportunity to go to the water. I love the little footage that we got with the sun ray just coming, cutting straight on. It was just like communing with you, being able to know that there was an opportunity for us to share space together and yet still honor what we set out to do, no matter,
Okay.
no matter
No
how
matter
it
what.
showed up. Yes. So
Honestly, that was
good.
the beauty of this weekend. And sorry to cut your wisdom, but it definitely showed me how I have to stop saying I don't have the support because the support is here. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
Um, so yeah, it was some reprogramming I was doing over here. Definitely.
And everything always happens divinely. And this is
Mhm.
what I'm learning about this life experience, how we must get in tune with the cosmic energy. We must get in tune with our I am frequency. And we
Mhm.
must get in tune to community because this is how we all accelerate in unity. So,
Mhm.
tell us more. Tell us more.
So one of the first times as I was pulling the cards, about four of them immediately jumped out. Right, four of them, and I decided to do this reading. In I'm using my Earthcraft deck. Wait, let me see if I can get a good angle on the camera. This is my Earthcraft
Ooh.
deck. I love this deck for grounding my energy. This is the deck that I go to ground when I'm not feeling stable. This is my go-to, and it's an oracle deck. I tend to like more oracle decks. I noticed
Mhm.
because they
I
kind of just give
wonder
you the straight.
why. I wonder why the Oracle deck. Okay.
Yes. So I love this deck. So the first card that I noticed that came out was Thunderstorm. I mean, just look at this.
Look at it. Woo, 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 woo.
Thunderstorm, okay? And when this card came out, I immediately was like, yeah, I already know I'm in the storm. Like I get that because give me something I don't
Wait.
know.
It
Give
was
me something
coming
I
out.
don't know.
It was coming out of
But
the.
upon further introspection into the card and just what I pulled from the card, it wasn't just a thunderstorm, but in particular in this deck there are many women, and this was the first time that I have noticed a man in this deck.
Mm.
And that was important to me because not just me, but a lot of my sacred sisters have these men that are next to us that are behind sacred lines, as mine like to put it. They are fighting this emotional battle within themselves that inadvertently spills off into us because y'all know how I feel. I talk about it all the time. Our intimate connections is something that is very sacred and it blends the energies together. They overlap. They come together, and if you make a baby, honey, they alchemize, okay? And so when you have a king man that is going through a thunderstorm as a woman, you going through it right with them. That is very and so that really gave me some introspection on what to look at. um And as I've been talking throughout the weeks, months, and years with my sacred sisters, this has been, and when I say sacred sisters, I mean all of y'all. I don't care where y'all found us at. I'm talking about all y'all. When it when I talk to various sacred sisters, especially those with a king man around, that hasn't found this spiritual consciousness to look at the emotional aspect of their lives and delve deeper, then we have the anxieties flaring, the anger flaring. And I've been seeing a lot of Black men struggle, especially those around me. So it's not surprising that I'm feeling this thunderstorm inside, and that what caught my eye was, how do I, and all the things that I am trying to fix with me, how do I then take that and try to amplify that energy so that it begins to uplift the Black males around me and in my atmosphere? And honestly, y'all, I'm like, shit, I don't want to do it. You know, look, I don't want to do that. I'm still trying to figure me out. But when I look around, it's all of them. And so it's no copping out. It's no stepping back. It's no saying that we can't do this. Because our Black men out here, I mean, we see what's going on in society, in the world at large. And then that trickles down to the community and the fractures that happen within our communities. And then that trickles down to the families and the fractures that happen in the families. And in order to stop it, you got to address it so you don't continue to complete the same cycles the generations before you complete it. And I didn't even mean to go that deep, but
look, if it's in the seat, it's in the room, okay? And when I say when it's in the seat, it's in the room, this is a heart's cry. This is a heart's cry of how much more important and how much more as women who lighten the darkness that we continue to lighten the darkness. Okay, this is so much more why we have to stand in the gaps that we are being placed to maintain ma'at, to balance and bring structure and harmony to those that may not.
I knew I was gonna go through the reading and you was gonna be triggering the next card as it was coming up. Because when you talk about balance and this is where this next card came in. Because this next card said, and to preference y'all who might just be tapping in, this was a reading that I got for myself and what I'm overcoming, but I know this message is for the masses. And so I am transparently sharing this reading for those of you who may connect with this reading and what is coming up. I'm not giving y'all the personal stuff of what happened, what came up what I needed to hear, but I'm definitely giving y'all what is coming up for active. Ashe.
Give thanks.
Now,
Ashe.
Now, this card came up when we talk about balance and mayat, because we do need balance and mayat. We need that balance of that masculine and feminine energy, but that first starts within self.
Woo!
And that's what I noticed this weekend. And this card is called, I want to put it back up too, because this card says karmic debt. And in the card, when you read what it's really saying, it's talking about the scales being balanced, okay? And sometimes we have to have karmic debt from generational cycles and patterns that we have to pay off. We have to seal off. We have to sign that off. Okay, that's been paid in full. That was paid in full with granddaddy. That ain't paid in full over here. That was paid in full with the generation before. That demon don't live here no more. You know what I'm saying? That has been paid in full. And so with the karmic debt, it talks about balance. And I say this because first, that balance has to come within self. And what I have been struggling with, and I'll share this, what I have been struggling with was the masculine and feminine energy. See, there was a period of time where I was all in my masculine energy, very productive. I was working at City National Bank in their technical support department, making top dollar. I was, I was in that masculine energy bag. I was in tech. I was doing everything that was so, I don't want to say anti-feminine, but it was definitely a lot of high-paced,
logical and structured. Logical
and structured. And so upon motherhood, it was so hard upon having my daughter. And a sister posted a picture of her maternity picture, and it reminded me of that time when I was pregnant. And prior to having my child or my children at this point, I was working. But when I became a mother, I didn't know how to balance that nurturing energy. I didn't know how to come out of that masculine energy in order to be able to emotionally feed and nurture my child at 6 o'clock at night after we woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get to a job for 8 to 5 for me to get back to her at daycare, come home, cook dinner. Now it's 9 o'clock and she want to play and I don't want to play. Go sit down. I couldn't balance that energy. So I decided to make a change. But then I rested way too much into the feminine energy. Oh, I'm living this soft life, y'all. I've been loving the soft life, okay? I've been loving the soft life. I'm living this soft life. Now I'm I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. And I allow myself to have that freedom. And I'm grateful for that time. But now, wait a minute, shit. You mean I do got to structure some shit? You mean I do have to balance out my schedule, balance out my life, balance out what I'm doing? You mean wait a minute. Oh, hold up. Hold the front door. I thought when you get a soft life, you just be soft.
Look, it's like everything is just coming to me. Everything is just coming to me. Everything is coming to me. But it's like, no. There's work to do so that you can maintain that which is coming to you. What?
Ashe. And so what is said between the storms and the karmic debt is that's a lot of things that need to be cleansed and healed. And to do that, you have to make everyday rituals that heal and cleanse that energy from your lineage, that heal and cleanse that negative vibration from your home, from your extended family, from your community, from your orbit, from your atmosphere, from the planet, because that's what we're working on here, y'all. It starts inside out. It starts inside out. But then this is where I want you to talk about aligned and crown. It talked about offerings. Ashe, offering. And since you got an offering that I think is absolutely amazing for the time that I'm in personally. I can't speak for nobody else, but for the time I'm in the reality that I'm experiencing right now, life is life for people, and you got an offering that you're doing right now. So tell us about it, sis.
So yes, this offering, y'all, this is a gift. When I say a gift from heaven, sent from heaven, you want to tap into it. I am divinely giving out an 8-week transformational, transcendent, transfiguration experience to those who are ready to take the journey. This is a time of writing out our story, understanding, seeing it from the highest point of glory, seeing it as I am living my best life now type of life. This has been something that has been truly gifted to me by the Most High, and I have began to work with it, and it is working. So, as you know, I'm a holistic self-care coach, master life coach, a soul guide, and I am traveling between worlds to help us all find our way. Hello. Okay, it is I am she. But it is coming up July the 5th. July the 5th is our next start day. But we will be having a meet and greet this Sunday, the 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are interested, please, please, please reach out to me. All the social medias, we're looking for the DMs. We want you there. This is not me telling you what to do. This is me helping to unlock the royalty code inside of you, because that is those that we are calling through. It is our time. It's our time to, it's our time. But yeah, but
and you
anyway.
said the loyalty code. I love that, because offerings is how we show our loyalty to ourselves, our loyalty to our community, those people who support our growth and our expansion. And I love that you literally giving it away. Just get y'all book and come to the class, y'all. She's giving it away. Where can they find the book if they can't do the class and they just need the book? Where can they find it?
I want to preface that with the alignment boot camp is a boot camp alone. It's this one and done project that I was given to throw out here. It does not necessarily go through the book, but we will be using the book. This blueprint goes through the 6 principles of well-being. Okay. The blueprint of your life. How about that? Right now, right here. So the Aligned and Crowned Your Will Within the Wheel book is where you go once you know where you're at. So we're going to write the blueprint and then we're going to walk through it. So this is where the Aligned and Crowned comes in. But it has the different rituals in there. It has different crystals and elements to support universal law and your well-being. 6 pillars is your social well-being, your financial well-being, your physical well-being, your spiritual, physical, nutritional well-being, and social well-being. So it's 6 all well-beings and how you write it out. And then we gonna walk it out. And then you'll get 8 coaching sessions as you're walking it out with me for free. So we'll dive into whatever you need personally.
Nice.
Okay.
And this is being offered exclusively in the sanctuary?
It's exclusively in the sanctuary, but this is on the website of YouTube and Facebook. So
I
did limit it to 25 people. 25 people is the max. You can go book a session, which is not really booking a session, but Good Vibes Lounge LLC.com, book session, and then comment boot camp, and I will send you all the information for this Sunday's class. And you need to be at this Sunday's class. Don't just think you're going to show up on the 5th, because you would have missed this whole week of preparation. So this is the second prep class. I scheduled the one on the 19th or 21st, Father's Day weekend, last weekend. Didn't get as many responses, or who signed up didn't show up. Y'all, accountability. Yeah, that's important for this.
Look, and y'all, don't fault yourself if you ain't signed up. I ain't signed up, y'all. So she talking to me, but I'm signing up right now. And I did miss last week while she was here with me. So if I'm calling myself to the carpet, I'm calling y'all in the line of fire with me. We all getting under the bus. Let's get on in front of this right now. Y'all know y'all need to be in this alignment boot camp. If you like me and know you need to be there, don't say, "Oh, but I missed the first one. I don't want." We gonna be in there this week. Ashe.
Yes, and I'm telling y'all, this is something that I am actively mastering myself in real time, really. In real time. So as y'all know, we are equals. There's nobody over another, but we all have a part of the puzzle. And this is where we have to dive in order for us to discover it. So it's very, very important that we all take our place and really get clear. As I'm just opening the gates.
I'm just opening the gates, okay? No more
Oh my
gatekeeping.
God. Oh my God. They coming
No
through,
more
sis.
gatekeeping.
No more. No more. And it's
I
so
love that.
beautiful. It's so beautiful. So let's go into this preparation of, as I called it, the boot camp training, getting very, very clear about your life and what it looks like to you and what you are willing to do to attain it, because we are all projectors. We are all magnetic attractors. Okay. So we have to begin to work with it and not against it.
Hmm.
And as we do so, everybody's life will begin to align in the way they desire. So that boot camp is the first stop. But moving us into this new year, with Sherry, you also received this word,
Yes, 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 yes,
and we
yes.
are
What?
6 months into this year. So let's go.
Yes, yes. As you all know, we are, if you know anything about the galaxy, the universe, you understand that we are coming into the celestial new year. Okay. Many of you understand that towards the end of January, whether you may practice something that's more Egyptian based with Pet. I always pronounce it wrong, but the 5 days at a time, or if you're more into Mayan Olmec astrology, there's 1 day at a time, which is when we synchronize again with the universe, starting the celestial new year, the natural new year. That's what I really like to call it. It is the natural new year according to our universe. And for this new year that's coming up, I've been sitting with this knowledge because it's very dear over the last year through a lot of overbearing cycles, and that's what this year has seemed like, because this has been the year of the seed. So this year that is wrapping up has been the year that you're planting, you're mowing, you're pulling out weeds. This has been the year that you have been really putting in that work. And so it might have been it might have been daunting, but then after you've laid the crop, you set the stage for what you wanted to accomplish or where your trajectory is going. Now you might be feeling like, ooh, something is happening, something is bursting inside of me. This is what we're all feeling, this little tug. That's when that seed busts out of that shell and it starts to germinate and grow. And that's what
The
we all
butterfly
are
getting its
feeling.
wings. The
Butterfly
butterfly
getting its wings.
in the
That is another
cocoon.
analogy of this time.
The
And so
metamorphosis.
the metamorphosis is happening. And so this next celestial year we go into is the red galactic moon. And what the red galactic moon that we'll be going into on starting July 25th is the day out of time. So it officially starts July 26th of 2026. So we'll be starting the celestial year of the galactic moon, the red galactic moon. And this year is really about force, about no longer forcing and allowing yourself to flow. So
Wow.
it's flow over force this whole entire year. You're not forcing, you are flowing. This is a year of calling in the waters so that you can purify. It's a purification year. And as we understand, the moon affects the tides, which affects the crops. This is a moon. This is what they call, if you study Ifa, and Ifa, I just saw this too. A sister just sent this to me. And Ifa, this is called Osameji. This is the year of the great mothers. The fact that it galactically aligns with the red galactic moon, I mean, listen, it ain't no more synchronicities in the universe than that. But this is the year where the great mother returns. And it's not just that, but that's when we know it's fruitful, right? The maternal lineage, the matriarchy lineage that's the oldest lineage
That
in
is
time.
that karma card. That's that karma card that you pulled. This is the harvest time. This is the harvest time. This is where you bring it all into form. So I'm not surprised that this is the year, because we already heard it, girl. So come through.
And so this is what's coming in. And so this year, you're going to have to stand on business. You're going to have to be 10 toes down. Don't wiggle it, as we've been saying. You're going to have to be 10 toes down and not wiggling it as to who you are. And you have to be in integrity with your soul mission and your soul's purpose and your soul's journey. It ain't no double dutching your spirituality. Oh, if you can't say amen, say ouch.
Amen, hallelujah.
I need to say ouch and amen, ashe and hallelujah. I need to just say it all. Because every last one of my personalities caught that.
Look, when the Spirit speaks, we listen, because if it's in the seat, it's in the room. And I am so here with you, sis. And I just am always encouraged how Spirit works, because we have to be able to be vulnerable with ourselves. We have to know, okay, if this isn't working, what else? If we are truly believing that the walk that we're walking is truly what we know we're supposed to, it's like, okay, it's going to work out. But overcoming that challenge of that first step, that's where take the leap, risk it all. What do you have to lose? Or take the leap, risk it all. How good can it get? And this is where the blueprint is setting us up for the success.
Absolutely. It's putting you in a position to be able to nurture the seeds that you've planted, because you can plant a seed, but in order for its continued growth, you have to do what? You got to water it. And that's what this next year is about. Is leaning into your emotions, following what your spirit is calling you to do unapologetically with integrity. And you set the loyalty code, and that's the part that I need to get to real quick before that loyalty code. That I'm telling you, it just. But listen, y'all know when it come through, it just come through. I gotta say it how it come through. But that loyalty code has really hit me, because with this year that we going into, if you don't know how to be loyal to you, if you don't know how to water your own lawn, if you don't know how to nourish your soul, if you ain't got the blueprint of what works for you, because that's really what you're giving us. This your blueprint. I'm helping you see what the blueprint is, what the things are you need to do for you, so your spirit will be well, so that you will be well, so that you will be in alignment of that which you seek in.
This is something that I did not and could not or even wish to even have imagined, okay? So when I tell y'all, this is powerful. This is truly the greater works. This is where the greater works begin. Once you know what's within you, once you confess with your mouth what you want to see through. This is the wheel within the wheel, understanding how to move energy, because we are energetic beings. Okay, we pick up all kinds of energy throughout our day, throughout our experiences. But you have to know clearly what energy is supporting you and go in that direction no matter what you do. Even if people think you crazy or lost your mind, but they gonna see you on the other side if you stay focused.
Listen, someone told me the other day, they said, Sherry Kamisha Robinson, how many names you got? I said, you want to hear them all? And they all got a personality. And they all got a personality.
That part. And understand they're all necessary. They are all necessary. And they show up to teach us more about how we want to show up. No judgment. No trying to fix it. No trying to justify it. Just being aware.
this reminds me of what something I was processing after that person told me, how many names you got? I was processing that, right? I was sitting with that. And I had come to the conclusion very long ago when a friend of mine asked me why I always change my Instagram profile name back in, when I was changing it to this cutie, this confident, this, right? She was like, why you always changing your Instagram profile? I can't never find you, right? And I said, because I change every time that profile change. Every time you see that name change, I've
And
changed. Like
somebody else.
I've evolved. I've become a different version. And so when I think about that, I always think about my government name, right? My legal name, Kimisha, right? And that name means so much to me because it took me so long to love that name in its entirety, right? And I realized throughout my healing journey, that name, that version of me has been growing up. When I started this healing journey, I had did a lot of self-healing, but even my self-healing only got me to about late age 14. And then I think
Wow.
I started doing some healing with um my first spiritual guide, Amma, and then I did Sacred Woman and Raseki. And so I feel like that kind of helped me heal. Well, at the time I entered Exodus Sacred Woman Rites of Passage, I felt like I was healed. I healed that 14-year-old girl part of me, and now she's like that 23-year-old. So like now I feel like this 23-year-old version of me is now in the process of growing up. She's growing up.
Wow.
And it's been beautiful to think about this in this context because, when you start to heal that inner child, you realize there's been stages along the way that have kept you at that 6-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old level. And so as I've been healing, I've been watching myself grow up as well in real time. And so shout out to me. Go me.
Shout out to
Look, go
you,
me.
sis. Thank
Go
you for
me.
that. Thank you for that moment of transparency, because this is the part that people don't hear. People want to act like they have it all figured out as they show up to teach you about you. Okay? This is where this shifts. This shift must happen, not only in our spiritual lives, in our spiritual communities, in our own personal family lives, in all aspects of our beingness. We have to truly show up transparent in that space of vulnerability, because that moment it's spoken, it severs the cord of whatever hold somebody will try to hold on you, and it will also inspire someone else on the other side looking at you. And this is how we all begin to grow, glow, and flow. And I'm always reminding my clients and my sisters, yeah, we are all each other's reflection. We are the student, we are the master, and we're the student, the master, and the teacher. Okay, so we are all of it, depending on where you're seated at the table for that meal. Okay, and it can flip on a wheel real quick. So it's just like being vulnerable and not trying to fix nobody, not trying to judge nobody, but supporting each body in their journey and saying, you know what? Where do I see myself? This is what the blueprint will help you see clearly, because it's not about you being perfected. It's about you being a part of the oneness.
Absolutely. And speaking of oneness, I will be doing a deep dive workshop. So stay tuned. Keep in touch with the Circle of Sisters Podcast and the Sanctuary, because we'll be offering a galactic dream spell calendar workshop. This is a deep dive workshop into celestial time. I will be offering these workshops monthly throughout the 13 moons of the next galactic year. going over various aspects of the calendar in deeper dive and deeper detail. But for those of you who have been following, who have been looking out, you want to gain some knowledge on what I'm even talking about this galactic calendar and where do you get it, reach out to us in the chat or through DM so we can make sure you get a chance to get your calendar and you can join us shop. You are not going to want to miss it.
Yes, 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 yes. And I want to just say again about that connection with the cosmic time. The cosmic time and universal law is truly how we begin to book plug here, align and crown, and align the wheels within our will being done. And it talks about the hermetic principles. It talks about your iritus or your chakras. It helps you identify and work in conjunction with the tone of the day, the cosmic tone of the day, the chakra that it activates. It also allows you to see what energy you may be working with or that people will be carrying. So you can see, oh, that ain't me, that's you. Really. And it's okay. But I have to be able to differentiate because I'm so focused on my plan. And I'm going to be bumping in and holding hands with all of y'all. So we have to be able to move in that. And this is where the cosmic time keeps us on all on time. And in the
all energy, be in accordance with the same rhythm. Ashe.
Yes,
hey,
yes,
now.
Yes. This is where we want to have fun with this. This is where life can be a roller coaster of fear, confusion, chaos, and destruction, or a roller coaster of fun, joy, expansion, flow. Mm-hmm. And knowing that you are going exactly where you need to go, and the universe is supporting you. What is that 5 of Wands card I'm seeing immediately that says, I help others and they help me. And together we rise in accelerated harmony. So if I didn't take nothing away from our retreat, it was to really, really encourage this to my community, to those women in my inner court, those women who are called into this work, those women in the sanctuary who really is there for a reason and you really just can't get it going. Let us help each other. Because this is how we all begin to discover vulnerability, transparency, focus. I know what you're working on. You know what I'm working on. Now let's do it.
Y'all, and listen, I am all of the things. I am a teacher, a preacher, a Jane of all trades. I'm gonna start saying I'm a priestess of all trades. I'm a priestess of all trades. However, more importantly, I am a divine demonstrator, and I demonstrate every single day what it looks like when you are healing in motion, healing in action. It may not look like what everybody else looks like. Their version of healing may look very drastically different from yours, but it's important to stay on the journey, on the path. And, in that, and even as I'm saying it, I'm realizing in the reprogramming, in the, I am healed. I am healed because I call that forth in this moment that I am healed. I am just learning and evolving on how to show up as a better version, as that version of myself. And I'm encouraging all of y'all to do it too, because there's so much out there for each and every last one of us. This year has been proof of it to me. And I know what's in store for us is so much more, because now we get to nourish all of those seeds that we planted so that we can watch them grow over the upcoming years. And so I'm excited. Sometimes life get the life, and it does get you to being off balance, being off key. But when you have community, when you have resources, offerings like these being thrown at your feet, you cannot stand like the fishermen drowning in the middle of the ocean and say, but God, come help me. God gonna save me. And meanwhile, God's saying, I sent that program, I sent that boot camp, I sent that retreat, I sent that neighbor. It don't even have to be that. It could be a neighbor, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, or more importantly, the person it really is you showing up for you. And that is what this year has taught me for sure, is to show up for me, and in that reprogram how I even look at any of what I'm doing. This is what life is. It's a beautiful experience of ebbs and flows and cycles within cycles. And when we learn how to maintain our being, our well-being throughout all of life cycles, we get to enjoy it more.
This is where we become the light in the darkness. And this is really, again, I'm immediately hearing the greater works. But it is work. It is not easy. But when you can commune together in sacred siblinghood, when you can come together in one accord saying, you know what, I want to live the life that I'm supposed to be living, that is in alignment with my highest being. Why do I keep going like this? Let's rewrite it. It's as easy as that. So come on into the room. Come on into the space.
Yes. So we gonna want to open up the lines. If anyone has anything they want to share, in the description there is the link for you to join us live in the studio. So you can come on live in the studio. You don't have to be on camera. That's peace. But if you have a question, comment, or just something you want to share with the collective, now is your chance to pull a seat, take a seat at the table. Pull your seat up, sis. Yes. We want to hear from y'all. And this is something that literally sparked in my spirit before we came live. And I really think it's something that I want to run with, Chantel. I really want us to be able to allow those women that are in our circle, because we know if this hits your ears, you are in our circle. So if this hits your eyes, your viewpoint, as you were scrolling, you are in our circle. And so we want you all to feel like you can pull a seat right on up with us, because we all got a little bit of medicine to share, and we love to hear some of yours.
Yes. Can we get a little bit of me time? We all need a little bit of me time. Yes, we all need a little bit of your time, and it is so fun, and it is so freeing when you know that you are in community, that you're being seen. We see past all that you think you covering. We see you. We see you, and we say, come on in the room, sis. Come on in the room. So if you have a question, please speak in. Please come in. I definitely feel the ancestor energy, and they want to tap in for just a bit of a minute before we close out, as we seal this mama energy. We seal this taking our seat on our throne energy. We pulling up a chair. We getting ready, because it is our time. Okay. And the card out. Look, y'all, we cannot make this up.
Oh my gosh. Well, we knew she was present.
The matriarch. It says, nurture the harvest. This is the time. We talked about planting the seed. This is the seed.
She came through. And
I felt it. And I was like, okay, we gonna pull.
I love the divine confirmation, because I've been feeling low on my energy, y'all. So thank you for showing me.
This says, you see it very clear.
Mm-hmm.
The matriarch.
I know the card as soon as you put it out.
Yes. So this is the time that you have to mother yourself. You have to really begin to bring it into harmony. The masculine, the feminine, I am in me, so that you can attract the harvest. It is the number 3 in the Secrets of the Ancestors by Abiola Abrams. This is my ancestor deck that, I love. So if you're interested, Oracle deck, Abiola Abrams, The Secret of the Ancestor Oracle. So the matriarch says, this is the Empress, y'all. It says, I am nurturing, abundant, and fertile with possibilities. I am nurturing, abundant, and fertile with possibilities. But until you get clear about the steps needed, all 6 pillars, all of your Aritus in alignment, all of them continually flowing, creating that energy that attracts your harvest. Okay. It says the ancestral medicine. Y'all, when I say they speak, okay, listen, Linda. Okay. It says the ancestral medicine. For many of your ancestors, vulnerability was not allowed. Allow yourself now to be vulnerable in their honor and to honor yourself, my child. We are taking care of you and yours. Trust in the spontaneous abundance that surrounds you and cultivate gratitude for the blessings. We give thanks.
Okay.
We give thanks for that mother spirit coming in and saying, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Those of you who have come into our spaces, come into our circle, this is a call from the mothers to the mothers, for the mothers, and the mothers that may be mothers in the future. Get clear about you and what you are being sent to do. You are the leader. You are the transformer. You are the vision. You are the power. You are the message and dream come true. So whatever happens next is up to you. So let's align. Let's get ready because our souls are on a mission. All right. Get ready, because here I come. Get ready, because here I come. Get ready, because here I come. Get ready. Boom, boom, boom. So really,
well, I am so grateful for this time with you, sis. There has been so many nuggets dropped on this call. The great mothers have definitely come through to let us know everything we need to know for this year coming up, in this moment right now as we all sit in our various spaces. I am grateful for the opportunity to always share space with you and connect with our people. I am losing my light as I'm out here in the drive.
But you're looking mighty bright. Okay. So until next time, we are your soul sisters coming live on location from our both parallel destinations. Okay. Until next time, we are speaking out and
fixing crowns in the process. Sometimes even our own.
Always our own first. Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.
Love y'all. Peace.